Hear from Armin Straube, Research Data Manager at the University of Limerick. Armin's talk is entitled Supporting Grant Applications with Tailored Training and Consultancy about Research Data Management and Open Research. So if you'd like to make your way to the podium, please, Armin.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I think this is now a little bit of a different kind of presentation. First of all, I didn't travel not so far, but it's also something that is not a long-running project that comes out of strategic considerations and has a long-ranging impact yet. It's more of a small plant that accidentally started to grow. And to give the takeaway lesson straight away and spoil that first, it's so important to talk with everyone in your institution, being open for collaboration in order to make these accidental things happen. So, and in our case, it is a deep productive collaboration with our research office that I want to talk about. So just to establish the baseline, so like many other universities, we support open science with a variety of activities, mainly training sessions and being available for consultations so here, for example, people are asking, where can I publish open access? How do I do that? And in this case, there's already that aspect of the grant conditions implicitly there, like it's a condition that my funder is setting to me, how do I do that? So, or in my case, research data management, I need to write a data management plan for the funder, it's a requirement, and I review that and tell people how to reach the desired outcome. Of course, as part of our aim to support open science university-wide, we look at what is happening in the field. So, and of course, the biggest driver in Europe is the European Union with their funding projects. And their policy priorities are fairly detailed and they outline a lot of areas. And these things are more and more coming up in the funding calls, not just by the EU, but also by other funders. So, and looking at these policy priorities, what strikes me is a lot of things that we as libraries have to offer to support all these pillars. So, open access publications, of course, is obvious one. Fair data as research data management, a double tick there. Research indicators, next generation metrics, when we try to develop, give altmetrics a chance and to change the scholarly communication landscape with promoting this, of course. European Open Science Cloud, this is for me this area of supporting the infrastructure, building our own repositories and all that. So we can have a tick there as well. And skills and education if we do trainings and stuff like that. So rewards, incentives, research integrity, it's all about policies and influencing this in the right direction, I guess. So the only thing that from our point of view, citizen science, that's probably should be on our to-do list next. So in general, we are well placed to support these areas. So is there potential for full-fledged library services in supporting researchers in regard to grants? So the existing ingredients here are that open science and these areas are more and more important in all the funding calls when we look at them. Not only at EU level, but also here in Ireland by HRB, IRC, SFI, everywhere. So we can claim a little bit of expertise in open science in the library, and we have researchers who are highly motivated to answer these calls and to get the funding. So how can we leverage this to help our researchers write better proposals and then, of course, winning the funding? So in our case, what happened, we set up regular meetings with multiple other offices in the university to better integrate and have the flow of information. And out of that, talking with the research office came out that we were looking together at the funding calls. And we were then invited to participate in the information sessions on these funding calls, to just point people in the direction what is expected from you in an open science arena. So because we were only given 5 or 10 minutes in these sessions, we felt the need, yes, we need to talk more about this and expand on that. And of course, we did that in our normal training sessions anyway. However, just inviting the people that have signed up for interest in a call with the research office, then targeting those people by email and saying, you want to write a good proposal, come to this training session. And immediately, the room was full with people with a whole different level of motivation in understanding what is required and with the immediate need to translate that into something productive. So I could immediately see how that translated into much higher quality data management plans that these people then later send for review before sending it off to funders. And also the difference is now that questions about research management used to meander through an email chain of 5 people before reaching my desk. Yeah, so that is streamlined and much faster and much more specific questions after that. So, and we are now in the middle of looking at the success of these support services in a more structured fashion, and hopefully we will see that in a higher number of successful applications. So, and now we are starting to think more on that strategic level and thinking what could be next? How can we further develop this little valuable, is it a weed or a valuable plant thing that starts growing in our library garden? So one of the ideas is maybe organizing a grant clinic where we invite previous successful grant applicants and just to have that room for people to review something before they send it off and think about that. And the other idea that we're start thinking about it is to get involved in grant proposals as a library itself. And I would really like to hear from the audience if you have experience, ideas around this. Are you doing stuff like that? Yeah, looking forward to that discussion. Thank you very much.
Forward to that discussion as well.